you keeping me at a distance? All that I'm asking for is forgiveness. Are you even listening? Am I talking to myself again? I keep on staring up at the ceiling, waiting for you to give me some kind of reason. Are you even listening? Am I talking to myself again? And I know you don't owe me your love, and I know that you don't owe me nothing at all. Ain't no way I'm giving up on you. Don't leave me here in the dark where it's hard to see. Show me your heart, shed a light on me. If you love me, say so. If you love me, say so. You never answer. I try to talk, you keep on dancing. I can feel you on my skin, but am I only dancing with the wind? And I know you don't owe me your love, and I know that you don't owe me nothing at all. Ain't no way I'm giving up on you. Don't leave me here. It's hard to see. Show me your heart, shed a light on me. If you love me, say so. If you love me, say so. If you love me, say something. You know I can't live without you. I'm on my knees. Where are you now? Shed a light on me. If you love me, say so. If you love me, say so. Shed a light. If you love me, say so. If you love me, say so.
Your number out now on all platforms. Hope you enjoy.
Hey, we were running on something so good for a while, but we let it go, let it go. And I met in the middle, I give you a little, you took it all, took it all. Hey, all those nights we had, say you want them back. I don't love like that. Now you're all alone, and I ain't coming home. 'Cause I'll be out with strangers, dancing till the dawn. You can keep my clothes, I'll throw them out the door. And I don't need it now, I don't need it anymore. So good for a while, but we let it go, let it go. I met in the middle, I give you a little, you took it all, took it all. Had all those nights we had, say you want them back. I don't love like that. Now you're all alone, and I ain't coming home. 'Cause I'll be out with strangers, dancing till the dawn. You can keep my clothes, I'll throw them out the door. And I don't need it now, I don't need it anymore. Now you're all alone, and I ain't coming home. 'Cause I'll be out with strangers, dancing till the dawn. You can keep my clothes, I'll throw them out the door. And I don't need it now, I don't need it anymore.
Take it slow, but it's not typical. He already knows that my love is fine. His heart was a stone, but then his hands wrong. I turned him to gold and it took him higher. But I'll be a daydream, I'll be your favorite things. We could be beautiful, get drunk on the good life. I'll take you to paradise. Say you'll never let me go. Deep in my bones, I can feel you. Take me back to a time only we knew how to wait. We could waste a night with an old film, smoke a little weed on the couch in the back room, how to wait. Say you'll never let me go. Say you'll never let me go. Say you'll never let me go. Take it slow, but it's not typical. He already knows that my love is fire. His heart was a stone, but then his hands wrong. I turned him to gold and it took him higher. But I'll be a daydream, I'll be your favorite things. We could be beautiful, get drunk on the good life. I'll take you to paradise. Say you'll never let me go. Deep in my bones, I can feel you. Take me back to a time only we knew how to wait. We could waste a night with an old film, smoke a little
I
weed
feel like a
on
lot
the
of
couch in the
entrepreneurs
back
have it.
room,
That fact that you truly just feel different. It's not to be disrespectful towards anyone else, but it honestly feels like you have more inside you than other people have. Like you have that weird gift, that weird potential that you could say, hey, I can do something better than that person can. I don't deserve and I shouldn't be working in that 9-to-5 jobs. I have so much inside that I want to get out. I just don't know how to get it out. And I remember sitting on my college campus bench and the bell rang and every kid was going from class to class, class to class. And there were thousands of kids going from all these different classes. And I sat there on the bench and I just watched them. I sat there and I watched every single student go from different building. And I just thought to myself, when do we learn anything different? If I'm learning the same thing as 15,000 other kids, that means I'm going to have the same result as 15,000 kids.
Makes sense.
And every single kid I know who graduated college complained about their job, wasn't happy with their salary, worked a 9-to-5, had to pay off debt. The only way to truly be successful in life is at some point for you to do something different, for you to stand outside the crowd, for you to say, hey, I don't give a f what someone else thinks about me. I'm going to go ahead and do it just because I want to do it.
Yeah, drinking dope turned me to a superhero.
yeah. Hit that pill, turn me to a superhero, yeah. Rumor 90, turn me to a superhero, yeah. Metro, if your Metro don't trust you, I'm gonna shoot you. I'm on that dope again, I'm on that flow again, switch up the flow again, yeah. Fly in the parachute, gripping that pole again, I'm on that all again, yeah. Can't get in the cup, gotta get paid, king in the streets, young mage, spreading the crowd, take to the grave. Ain't having problems, I'm sipping the bar. Shout out to Dallas, my is a star. Get rich, better take it to war. Piss on your casket, shoot at your bra.
Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, it might be the day that we have been waiting for. It might be the day, it might be that time, it might be that moment. Traders, we are getting ready to see if this market is gonna start turning. Is this market gonna start dropping? Are we going to see that reversal that every single investor is waiting upon and waiting on right now at this time? We gotta talk about it all. We gotta break it all on down. We gotta make sure every single trader is dialed in, because if you're not dialed in, then just click the X and get the heck out of here. Get out of here, you dumb mutt. We don't want you here. Traders, let's break it all down here. All right, we only got about 25 minutes. I wanna make sure that we use this time to make sure everyone is all set. So, we're going to start off, as we always do, with the S&P 500. Now, what is so big about the S&P 500 at this time, team? The S&P 500 is getting weaker and weaker and weaker and weaker and weaker, and the S&P 500 is already starting to fade on down towards new lows. I mean, take a look at this, guys. Already today, the S&P 500 has fallen about $4. This is kind of crazy to be seeing right now. The S&P 500 is starting to dump off to new lows. This is a little wild. This is a little scary. And what is so big about this, team, is that we are going to be underneath, it looks like, this channel to start things on off. This channel has been everything for us. If you have been watching any of the Tradecaster TV pre-market shows, if you're part of Tradecaster, if you guys watch me on social media, whatever it may be, I have been just stating over and over and over and over again, when this channel breaks, we could see a ton of weakness, because this channel has been holding on up for so strong and for so long. We could really just dive in right here. Take a look over on the S&P 500, and what can you guys obviously tell out of this? You guys can see that we do have a top resistance, top resistance, top resistance, top resistance. We also have bottom support, bottom support, bottom support, bottom support, bottom support, bottom support, bottom support. When you again come on down and look for this drop on towards this purple line here, a crack of this channel is going to hit stop losses. A crack of this channel is going to lead to people saying, oh, let me look for shorts. A crack of this channel is going to lead towards weakness. So we've been stating this over and over and over and over again, and I can't be any more clear. When we see that this channel starts going, everything's gonna start dropping. I see someone over here saying, hey, Dek, you're first time watching, you extremely emotional. Hey, this is not emotion. This is passion, okay? I'm a growing boy with lots of hormones going through my body, and when it comes to making money in this market, you better say, I'm getting a little fired up over here. And if this ain't the stream for you, well, then get the heck out of here! Get out of here! I don't want you here anyway, stupid animal. We bring enthusiasm to the chat. We bring enthusiasm to the stream. And if you can't handle what I'm cooking on up, well, then you ain't getting the dish, baby. This just ain't the restaurant for you. Get out of here. So, what we have at this moment, what we're looking for at this time, is we do have this top resistance, top resistance, top resistance, top resistance. You guys can also see bottom support, bottom support, bottom support, bottom support, bottom support. So we are watching these top areas, and we have this nice, clear, perfectly cut channel. This channel, for those who do not know, has been holding on up for the last 4 months. 4 months in this channel. This is huge because the longer a channel holds, the more support and resistance that it's going to, the more support and resistance is going to be holding stronger and stronger. Let me show you what I mean by this, okay? If we have our bottom support line right here, here's bottom support and here is top resistance, okay? We know that when we go back and forth, let me actually put this in a blue line here. Let's go bottom support right here, make it super clear. Make top resistance right here, okay? In stock trading, this is how it works. Once you're inside of a channel, everyone just goes back and forth in the channel, in the channel, in the channel, and everyone places stop losses right above and right underneath the channel. So if we know that this is support, anyone who's buying in on plays right here is buying next to the support, buying next to the support with lots of stop losses. You make a lot of money as it bounces back on up. You guys can see right here, you buy at support, you buy at support, you place a stop loss right here, right here, right here, right here. Now, what do you think's happening at this moment? Well, we are buying at support, and we have all of our stop losses. But now the stop losses are getting hit. Now, as the stop losses are getting hit, that leads to more people getting out of their position. And as more people are getting out of their position, guess what happens? We start seeing the market start falling lower and lower and lower. So as people get out of their position, stocks tend to fall. As stocks tend to fall, we see the S&P 500 fall. We start seeing everything go on a reversal. We have had at this time, traders, let's think about this for a second. We have had at this moment about 14, actually a little bit more than that, 15 to 16 months of climbing on the S&P 500. Pop quiz. How high did the S&P 500 go up last year in 2024? It went all the way up towards about 23%. We got up towards NVDA spiked 210%. Already the S&P 500 is up around 11% on the year. Already NVDA is up another 89% on the year. Already SMCI is up over 150% on the year. Traders, I am not sitting here on your TikTok, on your YouTube, on your social media, on Tradecaster, on your Discord and saying that I believe the market's going to dump all the way down to zero. That is ludicrous, and do not listen to anyone that's going to say that. I am saying that we are going to have naturally healthy pullbacks. That's what I'm saying. I am saying that when I take a look over on the S&P 500 and we see that we've had 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 straight green months in a row, and within 3 months, we have moved already over 10%, aka what we're supposed to move over 12 months. Are you telling me that SMCI, the AI play, one of the best plays of 2024, this stock is not overbought? Are you telling me that NVDA, a stock that every single trader has been watching, is not due for a nice healthy pullback? Are you telling me that MSTR, a stock that has a shot all the way up to $2,000, isn't ready to get some sort of drop behind it? I am not, again, saying that we're going down to zero. But I'm saying that everyone who thinks the market's going to go up forever is in for a very rude awakening. And this is how I was able to make over $7,000 last week when I started telling people, hey, we're going to see MSTR start dropping. Hey, the S&P 500 is coming within its channel. Get ready for a crack. Hey, SMCI is probably going to have some healthy pullbacks in the near future. For those who do not know, upper shadows indicate that we have spiked up towards the top area, have not been able to break above that area, and now starting to give a lot back. Upper shadows are a clear-cut sign of a reversal. Notice how SMCI has a big upper shadow. Notice how NVDA has a big upper shadow. Notice how MSTR has a big upper shadow. Notice how the S&P 500 has a nice upper shadow. So the thing is, team, we are always watching to see what is going to be coming on up here next. And as we are cracking this super main support line, we want to make sure that we are all set ready to go on this. So the S&P 500 cracking at this time, and this is a clear-cut crack. Now, what is so important? What do we need to be looking at next? Well, the things that we need to focus on is this market is going to be opening on up, and either two main things are going to happen. And you guys can guess this, but let me explain. It is either going to be the market's going to bounce on up or the market's going to continue to fall on down. Those are the only two things that can happen. So, hey, thanks to the great alert deck, it's either going to go up or down. But the thing that I want you guys to realize, of course, is number one, we are starting to crack underneath our channel. Cracking underneath our channel, which has never been done in 2024, is going to be a massive sign that we are going bearish. Also, on top of that, guys, we are underneath the 13 EMA. This green squiggly line is at the price of 518.20 right now, okay? Or excuse me, 518.80, that green squiggly line. This is a very important indicator And most likely 518.80 is going to be holding up as a very strong resistance line now. So if the S&P 500 does bounce back on up, 518.80 is going to be a very strong resistance line. If you get back above 518.80, 519, you are going to be back inside the channel. What you really want to do is figure out right now, do you want to be a call trader looking for the perfect dip buy? Because if today bounces, today will be the perfect dip buy. Perfect dip, perfect dip, perfect dip, perfect dip, perfect dip, perfect dip, perfect dip. If you get in right when it opens on up 518 and we bounce right back on up in the channel, you will have the best possible dip buy today out there. But if it cracks this channel, guess what happens? That's where we could get a nice big sell-off. So Dek, obviously, we don't know if it's going to get a dip buy or if it's going to get the crack. What is the best way to be able to trade this? I'll show you guys right here, right now, so everyone understands it. What you guys want to be doing at this time is, let's say this is 519. We know if we go back above that 519 mark, we are going to be back inside this channel, and that's been the channel that's been holding so far of 2024. So what I would do is, first things first, let's say you are a put trader. You believe that the stock market is going to crash and start going lower. You want to look for put contracts in 518 right when we open, 518.50. 518.75, and maybe right around 519, slightly right above 519. But then you're also going to have a stop loss. Stop loss if you go up to 519.20, 519.50, 519.70. If you again get in on put contracts, give yourself a little bit of wiggle room to be able to make some money. Because let's say best case scenario, guess what happens? You get filled and then we come crashing on down over the next few days. You make a ton of money, you make thousands of dollars, you say, Dek, thank you so much. I say, hey, enjoy your money, you deserve it. The worst case scenario is that you get filled, it goes on up, and it goes up a little bit higher, and you have a stop loss. And a stop loss is saying, hey, worst case scenario, you lose $400 or whatever your stop loss is that you want. People think sometimes, and I don't know where, I guess it's just the uneducated. The uneducated thinks, oh, if you do a put contract and it goes on up, you're going to lose your entire account. There's a thing called a stop loss, which means you can literally place, once I'm down $200, it takes me out of my position. So let's talk about risk and reward here. If I see that we are cracking our trend line for the first time in 4 months, and I'm saying, okay, I want to see if we're going to actually collapse here, I'm going to jump in on puts, put for myself probably about $1,000 stop loss, and if I hit that area, I'm out. But if it does fall, I'm not only going to make $1,000, I'm going to make $5,000, $10,000, $20,000. That's the beautiful thing about it. So if you're wrong, you have limited risk. If you're right, you have massive reward. Same exact thing if you wanted to do this on the call side. So on the call side today, what can you guys be watching for and what could you be looking for? So we just went over the puts. What could you guys be doing if you guys want to be getting involved on the call side? Call side, you can wait for the S&P 500 to come on up, come up to 519 and start looking for some entries. Break a 519, get on in. Break a 519.20, get in. Break a 519.50, get in. And then you basically set your stop losses down here, back underneath 519. So if the stock does break 519 and you go on this nice rip and run, guess what? You could be able to make thousands of dollars. But worst case scenario, it starts turning and starts falling. Worst case scenario is you lose 400, 500, 200, whatever you want, right? So the thing is today, I don't care personally if you want to go on the call side or if you want to go on the put side. I cannot guarantee which way this is going to happen. But what I can guarantee is today is a day that is going to have massive reward and limited risk if you follow it correctly. If you follow this correctly, where you say, hey, you know what? I'm actually going to do both orders, Dek. Some people may do that. Some people are going to say, I'm going to buy calls and I'm going to buy puts, and I'm going to have stop losses on either side. And you know what? I might lose $400 on one way, but then I'll be able to make $1,000, $2,000, $3,000 as I'm on one position that's correct. So you kind of sacrifice one small loss to be able to make thousands of dollars on the other way. If you get a dump, you sacrifice your $400 on the call side and make a ton of money on a put side. So you could be able to do both entries if you guys have a little bit of a bigger account as well. But the thing that I really want everyone to get dialed in on here is that this is a huge day for us. We're underneath the channel as of now. We're underneath the 13 EMA as of now. We are going to be watching these plays extremely closely to see what's going to be happening. I would like to start with a little bit of a morning spike, then be able to fall even lower. So I want to make sure that we're all set here and you guys understand that. Now, Dek, what plays have you been looking at? Well, the plays that I've been looking at mostly have been stocks like, other than the S&P 500, has been MSTR. MSTR, this stock was able to make me almost $6,000 last Thursday, if you guys saw this. It was a massive play. If you guys are saying, Dek, how did you make so much money last Thursday? I nailed this dump. I was betting against MSTR when this massive crack happened, and that's how I was able to make so much money. So MSTR, this has been one of my favorite plays, and man, people have been hating me on the internet when I say, hey, MSTR is going to fall. I'm sorry. The thing is, if you got some haters, you're usually correct. The thing is, I've been saying MSTR, guys, probably topping on out, get ready for a dump. Yesterday, I said, get ready for a dump. Get ready for a dump 2 days ago. Guess what? It's still dumping. MSTR all the way on down towards around 1,500. The only fear I have is we are dumping so much, maybe we are going to get a dip buy. That's my only fear, that we have been crashing so much and so hard, and I've been so correct on this, that we are now maybe going to get a dip buy here in the future, just because we have dumped from 2,000 all the way down to 1,500, and we have fallen now $500 since last Thursday. So the thing is, MSTR here is still getting weaker and weaker and weaker and weaker. And that's my only concern about this day, is that there is the small percentage that there might be a chance that we are actually going to see little dip buys just because of how great these prices are at this point. So we do want to continue to keep our eyes peeled on it, see what's going to be coming on up here next over on these stocks. We also do have SMCI. SMCI is another fan favorite, guys. You can see SMCI is underneath $1,000 now. Look at SMCI. Continuously fading, continuously falling, continuously dropping. So we're seeing SMCI, another one. MSTR, SMCI, NVDA, SPY. These are the top 4 blue chips I want every single person to be aware of going into today. Now, other than blue chips, other than this market falling right here, and I'm going to state it one more time, the worst thing that can happen today is basically this whole entire drop is just in pre-market, and then when the day opens, it's just slow. That would be the worst case scenario. I have seen that happen before. It does get annoying, but just be aware that there is a possibility that we're getting these $3, $5, $6 drops right now in pre-market, and then all of a sudden when the market opens on up, we get a little bounce, we get a consolidation, and it just moves sideways. I most likely will be trading as much as I can within this first 30 minutes when we do have a lot of volatility in this market. But side note, I want to make sure everyone understands this. What else do we want to be looking at today? VVPR. VVPR is the most active penny stock out there today. VVPR spiked 216% already today. Now, I actually alerted VVPR this morning underneath $2. Now, how was I able to do that? Well, I don't want to take all the credit. It's really from our scanner right here. We do have our scanner that sends us all the best plays every single day. So we did have at 8:19, VVPR popped on up, said, hey, watch me. This is a top gainer play, has a filing, does have a 6K filing right here. So we have VVPR, which is up 219%, number 1 top watch on the scanner, did come out with a filing this morning and led to a very nice rip and run. You can actually see the top 2 gainers this morning, VVPR and AINC. One's up 219%, the other one's up 89%, are both from filings. So not from news, but from filings at this time. The news, the best news we have today is actually ADTX, where ADTX did sign an agreement this morning, and that's what led to that one going on a nice spike and going on a nice rip. But you can see VVPR does have a filing, AINC came out with a filing, ADTX does have a 3-star press release, which is an agreement. So just a little heads on up for you guys on why these plays are ripping and running. There is credible news behind it, and it's always great to be able to see that right there off on the scanners. So that is, awesome job, and that's awesome work there. Now, VVPR traders, penny stocks are known to spike in pre-market and dump during the day. The best thing that you can do right now is connect the dots. Connect the high with the next high and just go right across the board. This is where you are going to be able to figure out where you are going to have reversals. Just like we talked about before, right around 519 on the S&P 500, that's going to be a strong resistance line. You can connect the dots here with top resistance, and obviously be watching 490, 495. That's going to be some strong top resistance. If we break back above $5, if we get the hype, watch for this to possibly squeeze and spike. Most likely, every other penny stock trader is doing the same exact thing that I'm doing, connecting the dots or just realizing $5 is going to be a very strong resistance line. Regardless, there's going to be a massive amount of shorters. There's going to be a massive amount of sellers whenever you get near this purple line or whenever you get near $5, just like we're getting right now. You have to just remember it's all about understanding what everyone else is doing. When you sit down in your chair every single morning, don't say to yourself, hey, what should I be doing today? Think about what is everyone else doing today? How does everyone else perceive VVPR? VVPR, 6K filing. VVPR, 220% spike. The last few weeks, every single number one top gainer in penny stocks became the number one top loser. I can imagine most people are going to short VVPR, but I bet you it's going to get one attempted pump. One attempted pump back above $5. If it can do it, great. If not, it's going to turn into the biggest short of the day, go all the way down to $3. Watch for that first attempted pump, probably within the first 20 minutes of VVPR. If it can't break and hold $5, it's crashing all the way back on down. If it can break and hold $5, watch for that big spike, as I could imagine this one getting halted and really going crazy. All eyes are on VVPR today. Low float stock does have credibility. You can see AINC. This is another play. No news on this play, but it does have a filing. Slow and steady stock trying to build itself on up, and we're going to see if this play is going to be able to continuously move, continuously get this rip, and continuously climb. Very slow and steady. Last one, ADTX does have that partnership, just like we talked about with VVPR, needs to hold above that $5 mark. Holding above $5, that's where we have a lot of ripping, that's where we have a lot of running, and that's where we have a lot of potential. Traders, ladies and gentlemen, we are again moving. This 20 minutes just goes by so quick, so fast. And if you guys, again, don't, make sure you guys follow me over on Twitter. I am always and constantly posting alerts over on Twitter. So make sure you guys go ahead, check that on out over on Twitter so that you guys are all good, ready to go. Always making sure everyone's all set and ready to rock. Also, little side note, traders, now that I have you here, make sure if you guys are interested, not this Friday coming on up, but the following Friday, April 12th, we are having a 100% free trader event. So if you guys would like to be able to come on out, network with other traders, meet me, say hi, talk stocks, we are all meeting on April 12th, 5 o'clock to 7 p.m. at 2:30 in the 5th rooftop in New York City, and it's free, guys. Come on up. We're just going to be talking, having some conversations. You guys can get a drink if you want, get some food if you want, and you know, it's a cool spot. So I thought, hey, let's all meet up. Let's have a nice little kind of trading networking event where you guys can be able to talk to traders. I can be able to meet you guys, and that's going to be a lot of fun. So that's going to be next Friday in New York City on the top of this rooftop, 2:30 in the 5th rooftop. Make sure you guys go ahead and check it on out. Now, ladies and gentlemen, the market's about to open in about 2 minutes. Let's dive in on this day and let's get ready to have some fun. So if you guys are watching over on TikTok or YouTube, we are going live on Tradecaster.com. Every single new trader does get a free 7-day pass to come watch me trade. So if you guys are interested, Tradecaster.com. Click the link in my bio, click the link in my profile, click the link in the description, and you guys can come on over here. So get yourself a free 7-day pass because we're about to attack this market, live streaming, live trading, and doing it, of course, right here in front of you in real time. Tradecaster members right now, give me a second. I'm going to refresh the live stream. But if you guys are not joining me today, I just want to say I wish you the best of luck. I hope you absolutely crush it. I hope you guys had a good time this morning, but I hope to see you right on Tradecaster.com. Let's get ready to dive right on in and let's have some fun. I'll see you guys back here in just a moment as I refresh this live stream and just go private for Tradecaster.